It seems like we're a part of like this giant never-ending cycle of getting knocked back into the Stone Age and then rebuilding to a new version of complex society. I think we're on a version of that now, but I think there's been many versions of that. Yeah. And I think that that's also on the table for us.
But I think it'd be a lot easier for us to bounce back than someone 2,000 years ago with our technology and our ability to... No?
No, not at all. Not at all. Because when it hits, first of all, very few people survive and everything goes to shit. There's no electricity, no generators work, there's no one pumping oil. No one knows how to make a generator. No one knows how to make a cell phone. So all that technology is lost.
Well, the Jim Baker people do. Wait, so what would this be? Like a meteor? Other than a meteor hitting the Earth, what would cause this?
Supervolcano would kill almost all of us. The Yellowstone supervolcano, it's a caldera volcano. Like they didn't realize that it was so big until somewhere in like the 2000s, I think it was. They did satellite imagery and they realized, oh my God, that's the caldera of a volcano. Like this Yellowstone thing. We thought it was just this crazy place with hot springs. Like, no, that's a super volcano that is a continent killer. And it blows every 600,000 to 800,000 years, and everyone dies. Like, the whole fucking country dies. And it happens every 600,000 to 800,000 years, and the last time it happened was like 600,000 years
see, that's
ago.
another reason Texas should be its own country.
Well, we'll get hit. We'll get hit. We're all going to die. If that happens, we're fucked. Like, maybe people in New Zealand will live, and those folks would be the new people. You know, it's happened before. Was it the Toba? Was that what it was? Yeah, in Indonesia. There was a Toba volcano in Indonesia 70,000 years ago. They think knocked the human race down to a few thousand people.
Holy shit, really?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. These things happen, man, and they happen with regularity. In terms of if you look at the timeline of the Earth, they happen all the time. It's just when. Is it going to happen now, or is it going to happen 1,000 years from now when we have enough technology to mitigate its effects in some way? But when it happens, you get nuclear winter. Everything dies. No crops. Nothing. The sun doesn't get through. The skies are filled with ash.
You can't live
no food.
You can't really live your life with concern about something like that happening.
I'm not living my life with concern. I'm saying that's also on the table.
Sure.
So that's why I'm gray.
Okay.
Get it? Because I'm like, yeah, hopefully it's going to be great. You know, but maybe not. And for all of us, the end is going to suck.
I'm glad to hear you're more concerned, as I am, if I had to choose, between natural disaster or like, we're all going to end up killing each other.
I'm concerned with both, but I'm always concerned with things that people are dismissive of or that they don't think of as a threat. Because that's when they hit you. When something like people lived in Pompeii, they're like, that volcano? Don't worry about it. We're good.
Until you have to worry about it.
Until, they just didn't understand. Like, you're in a terrible spot to put a city. Like, if that thing goes, and it goes all the time, it just doesn't go within your lifetime, so you don't understand. Like, you're dealing with an ant's timeline. An ant to us, an ant lives for a fucking few days. Right. They're gone. We live 100 years if we're lucky. Volcanoes are hundreds of thousands of years of activity. And they go on these long cycles, some of them, these super volcanoes, and they just fucking blow, and you never know when it's going to happen. And they create fucking islands in the middle of the ocean. That's what Hawaii is.
Yeah.
It's a fucking volcano that's sprung out of the ocean. And now you go vacation there and put fucking suntan lotion on, sit out there and have margaritas. You're on a volcano. You're on the creative and destructive force of the earth, the thing that makes mountains, and you're camping out on it. And that's our life. That's the reality of living on Earth. This is not stable. That's why all these nutty people that are talking about climate change is going to kill us and it's going to kill us. It's not good. It's not good that we're polluting. It's not good that we're having a net negative effect on the atmosphere. But also, there's so many other things to be concerned with. We have zero solution to supervolcanoes. We have zero solution to asteroid impacts. We have zero solution to things that have wiped out. We know they killed off the dinosaurs.
Right.
We know it. We're for 100%. They fucking find the crater in the Yucatan. They find craters all over the place. They found a big one in Greenland or
Isn't
in
there
Iceland.
One in Siberia or somewhere?
Oh, yeah, the Tunguska one.
Yeah, that's the one, yeah.
That's the one that they think happened during the time where Earth passes through this meteor shower. There was a comet shower. How do they refer to it? But I think it's every November and every June we pass through this thing. And most of the time, it just gives you meteor showers in the sky. You see, like, people get
Yeah,
excited
of course,
about that. You can kind of predict when that happens. Well, that's why they know that it's going to happen, because it happens during these times we go through this meteor shower. They think that is what happened in Tunguska in the early 1900s, because it happened during that timeline. So whatever this thing was, it didn't even make impact with the ground. It detonated in the sky, and it killed like a million acres or some crazy shit of trees. How much did I know I exaggerated that number? How much did I think I did? How much did Tunguska destroy?
No, but it was like some kind of crazy bomb equivalent.
A bomb. Yeah. Well, that's what they think happened to Earth around 11,800 years ago. That's the Younger Dryas impact theory. It's during the same timeline. 12 megaton explosion. Jeez Louise.
Holy shit, look at that picture.
And to this day, there's no trees there.
Seriously?
Yes, to this day.
Why?
Because it's fucking nuked. I don't know, man.
But is it radioactive? Like literally?
It just blew it out, man. I don't know. It just blew out whatever fucking it did to that area. That soil sucks.
Holy crap.
Isn't that crazy?
1908, that wasn't that long ago.
So they think that's also what happened at the end of the Ice Age. They think that the Earth and, North America's ice caps got smashed by comets. And that's what caused, like, the Great Lakes, and that's what caused this mass or erosion, topographical details in the Earth that lead out to the ocean, like these enormous fucking floods. And that's probably Noah's Ark flood. It probably knocked human beings back into the fucking Stone Age again. So our idea of civilization propping up or emerging around 6,000 years ago, which they used to think, these guys are saying it's probably way earlier than that.
Oh, it's just
probably
a cycle.
20,000 years. Yeah, and that explains the pyramids. That explains these incredibly complex geometric structures they built in Africa. Who knows how many thousand years ago? How the fuck did they do it? No one knows. No one has any good ideas. All the ideas suck. All of them are like ridiculous. And the structures are insane. Like, who did that? When did they do it? So, they think somewhere around 2,500 years BC. But these guys are saying that you